So here's a quick update, or according to the crybaby in the story, some clarifications of her situation about the story I covered yesterday, which was titled, "Wife threw 17 years away for an office affair, now shocked that the nice guy husband isn't so forgiving." And as a quick recap, that's all about the lady who wrote in, was having a crybaby fest because she cheated on her husband of 17 years. They have kids together. He's been great to her. She described in great detail how wonderful he was. He treated her like the queen. Terrible idea, but he did it anyway. Put all her wants and needs ahead of his, and this is how she thanks him. And upon him finding out, things didn't go well as she expected. She expected him to listen to her crying and begging and being on her knees, and didn't work. And it turns out he's staying with her because the lawyer told him he'd be crushed in the divorce. So he's biding his time because he obviously has teenage kids, and I'm guessing once the kids are old enough, he's out of the house. And she's complaining because he's unhappy and miserable, and he's not the same guy, blah, blah, blah. And I have my reasons why I did that whole story. Now here is her clarifications, if you will. Talking about a few things people mentioned in the comment section, and there's one in there that is going to completely back up and prove why I said that she doesn't love this guy. He was the easy guy to take care of everything and provide and all that, and you'll see what I'm talking about here. Will not surprise you at all as I go down her list. So she continues on her crybaby fest, saying, "I've had time to read the comments on my posts, plus messages to the interim." She can't write worth a damn. To the person who sent me supportive words and new perspectives on how to deal with my situation. In other words, she had a cheater tell her how to handle the situation. "I appreciate the good and bad messages. However, as my therapist said, immersing myself is self-loathing is harmful. This is not an update. These are clarifications that I have to make in my publication so that they have more context to my reality. Number one, I did not threaten my husband that if we divorced, I would take away his assets and time with our daughters. No, because the translator, this is misinterpreted. My husband actively sought lawyers, and they gave him the same answer." Yeah, but okay, fine. I'm sure that his lawyers told him all the same thing. They're going to get hammered because you're in a no-fault divorce state. But here's the thing. If she truly loved the guy and was sorry, if he wanted a divorce, she would, in spite of the laws, give him a good deal in terms of the house, custody of the kids, alimony, child support. She would have bypassed what her lawyer would be whispering to her and give him a good deal. So she could have, but no, she's not, and letting that threat loom, so he sticks around. So come on here. Number two, when my affair was discovered, as a way of showing my remorse, I confessed everything about my affair, and because of that, my affair partner and I were fired as a matter of company policy. Well, I'm glad he was fired, but there's no way she told him everything. There is no way he got all the details. No, you hear about trickle truth? And okay, she got fired. Has she got a new job? Because now if he divorced her and she doesn't have a job, that makes things even a better deal for alimony for her. What interesting timing. Number three, my husband refuses to tell everyone about my affair. Largely, in my opinion, because of his bruised ego, plus since I'm close to our daughters, he doesn't want to force them to take sides. It's more than I deserve, yes. Well, that's a mistake, because that allows her to control the narrative if she ever wants to, and we know what happens there. And when she says bruised ego, like I sense her some spite there, some issue there. Try his heart was broken, and it's even worse if other people know about it. Not his ego like it's some kind of bad thing. Number four, during these years, listen to this, here we go. During these years, I actively insisted on my husband to open our marriage on his part. Plus, I once organized a S-word encounter with several women. It went so badly that he practically gave me an ultimatum. If I ever mentioned anything about open marriages or three-somethings again, he would immediately file for divorce no matter what the consequences. So she has been bringing up an open marriage to level the playing field, to even the score. And at one point she said she brought a bunch of women over to have a big three-something or orgy to make him feel better. Guess what? It didn't work. I've told you countless times, guys, a woman brings an open marriage, whether it's prior to your whole relationship going to hell in a handbasket or as a way to try to so-called fix things. Believe me, she doesn't love you. Now, one could argue maybe she's so desperate that she's willing to do anything to get back in his good graces, literally bringing over a bunch of freaking bimbos over for him to hook up with. No. No woman that loves their guy that much would ever do something like that. Come on here, but there you go. And how many times you guys heard the stories I cover? They offer the open marriages or whatever to fix things. No, this is broken. This is not working. You're toast, honey. I'm telling you, the second your youngest kids are legal age, he's out of there. Number 5, I've lost all contact with the affair partner since the discovery of everything in January 2020. Oh, you mean he left you and he hit the road? There's a surprise. That's what Chad and Tyrone do, honey. Number 6, we attend couples therapy and I'm in individual therapy. Lady, you need a whole lot of therapy and probably some fucking meds. And I don't care how much couples therapy you have, it ain't going to fix things. And she may be thinking, maybe over time he'll get worn down. No, I think this guy's just biding his time. Number 7, my husband does not mistreat me. Sometimes it kills me. His indifference towards me, and the strongest word he has said to me since we started the relationship is unfaithful, W-H-O-R-E. But from there, he's never physically hurt me or degraded me. So there's that saying, the opposite of love is hate. It's not hate, it's indifference. That's what's killing her, that he just doesn't give a shit. Okay? And so does she really think once the kids are old enough to get out of the house and are legal adults, he's going to remain indifferent like that the rest of his life? No. Sticking with her? No, she's toast. End of freaking story here. And yeah, he did call you an unfaithful, W-H-O-R-E, because that's what you were. And we all have to question in that story, and I'm sure I'm not the one thinking it, was this her first rodeo? Was this the first time in 17 years, or the years that they were together, that she ever strayed? One has to ask, and I have to seriously question whether this is the first time, and I don't believe it. I think she definitely was up to no good before. And number 8, our daughters do not know anything about my cheating. We give an impression of being in the couple of the year in the eyes of the third parties. It is ironic, sometimes the other couples approach me to ask me how we're always so well. We give an impression of still being in love since the first day of our marriage. So there you go. Because if he started treating her, if the daughter saw him treating her the way he feels about her, or treats her when nobody else is looking, then he'll be seen as the bad guy. Think about that. So this way, on the outside, they're the perfect couple, but really it's all a big act. And he's only going to put that up for so long. So lady, nobody here feels bad for you. If you really loved your guy and realized you screwed up and there's no hope, then you give him a very, very, very amicable divorce and let him go on his way. That's how you can truly show that you care. That would demonstrate to him how sorry you are. You're willing to let him go. That type of thing. If you love something, let it go. That line. You know what I'm talking about here. But anyhow, guys, I'd do this little update here for her clarifications on things. But once I saw that part about the open marriage thing and bringing a bunch of bimbos over for him to have a roll in the hay with, that says everything to me. So this thing is doomed. But anyhow, let's see if there's more updates to the story. And definitely let me know if you guys find anything before I do.